Alright, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's actually been a while since I dropped any video, so I actually had a question from someone. This person asked me, how do I get to import project into DaVinci Resolve and to my timeline, and how do I get to work on multiple images where I would have to do my shots matching, balancing, and to make sure everything works together. So I noticed that this is something that is not everybody knows how to do. So today I'll show you how I do that. So for example, if I have this works in my hard drive, I can actually do it directly here, except if they are being sent to me as a ProRes file. But for today, I have them in my hard drive. This is a video I worked on this video, I think 2023. So I checked my drive and I found some footages. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So first of all, I make sure I have an XML file, which is probably from Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro. So it's been exported as an XML file so that I can be able to put it back in my DaVinci Resolve timeline and work exactly as it has been cut in any other editing software. So what I do first is, here in the bin, I create a new project, a new bin, and I'll call the first one clips. This is where I'll put my clips, and then same in the same bin, in the same master file, I'll create my timeline. Timeline. So what I do here now is, here, let me take this down a little, or rather, let me share this to my second screen so I won't come back to do this. So this is on my second screen. So what I do now is, I would just here I will drag all the clips and drop them here. I have like 200 plus clips. Now they are inside my DaVinci Resolve. Then I go to the timeline folder, I'll right click timeline, I come to import, and then you can see different type of folders here, different type of formats that you can actually import into your DaVinci. So I'll click this and I have it saved in my Premiere Pro files. So I'll click here and I'll click OK. So now I wouldn't allow it to actually automatically import them, so I'll just uncheck that and I'll click OK. So now it has given me an option to select these clips from my folders inside of DaVinci Resolve. So I'll uncheck this and click only clips, and I click OK, and voila, we have our timeline here just as it will appear in Premiere Pro or any other editing software. Some of these clips are not well arranged and they have to be. So let me set them back. This should be on 100, oh sorry, 1000, so it will appear properly. I'll just reset everything. Yes, so everything now is back to normal. We have everything. This clip, I don't know why this clip is an offline clip. Let me find a media pool. I'm not sure. This might be an error, so let me just take this out. I don't know. So yes, back to our color page now, where I am going to do all the work. Now I want to show you how you can color your work fast and easy to make everything go fine. Now when you are being given an editing project, like a color project like this, you can see that I have different shots here of different scenes, different locations. They are not in the same they are not the same at the moment. Now these are things that when you read the DaVinci Resolve handbook, the one with the 4,000 pages, you get to learn most of these things. So this is how I was able to learn some of these things. So yeah, now all I need to do is, I want to group these clips because grouping them helps me work fast and easy. So I'll show you my whole process of how I do this. So because I want to select this clip and I don't want to make mistakes of selecting them, if I come to the light box here, you can see that I have all the clips here, but they are not sitting close to each other. Most of these clips are just the way they were being edited. So all I need to do, I'll come up here, I'll come up and come to view, then I come to timeline, this timeline thumbnail mode, and I'll select C. Now selecting C, if you notice, everything has been arranged because it's using the time code that each of these clips were being shot. So you can see that they are all arranged. So from here I can decide now to start grouping them, or I could just come back to my light box, and you can see once I come here I can start selecting from here. I select this, select this, select this. All these were shot in the same time. So now I could just create a clip. I could say blue jean, or I could just say blue, or let's go blue jean, and I'll click OK. Here is a silhouette shot. I could just give this a name. I could just say dark, the dark scene, and I'll click OK. Here, what will I name this one? I would just say, I don't know what to name this scene. Let's just say guy sitting at sitting at the top. I don't know. I think I'll just give this a name. And here I could just say guy with red on yellow car. Okay, so let's give this a group name. Guy with red yellow car, and I click OK. And here I could just be like guy with red and guy with blue. So guy with red slash should I use a slash? Why am I not getting it? Okay, blue. Let's leave it this way, and I click OK. So now if I go back to this time code, let me show you. If I go back to our view and I go back to the time code and select record a model, you can see it is now being scattered, right? So now even when I go back to my groups, it's going to remain scattered like this. Something is wrong. Okay, we're back. So from here I could select each of the group I want to work with. So when I click this, I could just come down here to group and I'll just select here. Now you can see that they are all here together, but it is still scattered. So that's why I'll always recommend you to come to the view and select your timeline thumbnail and click on source. Now source C. So sorry, what did I call that? Yes, the source C mode. Sorry. So from here now you can see that they are all being arranged. So making your corrections will be very easy. Same thing if I should come to, let me go to another group, and let's check the dark scene. The dark scene we have just two, so it's fine. If I come here, you can see it's still arranged because we are back to our C mode. If we're in the A mode, you can see that it's not too arranged. So back to the C mode, everything is now being arranged. So to make your corrections will be very easy. So what do I do next? What I do is to impute my color space transform. I have this saved already here. Because these are like things I used to work. This is for Sony, and this clip is actually a Sony camera, so I have it saved here. But what I'll do, I'll just do it from the scratch so you see. So let's go with a color space transform. Just put this here. This is Sony, so I could just click my S and I'll just go like this. Still click on Sony. This is an slog3 file. So I work inside the DaVinci Wide Gamut color space. So I'll click this. I'll do the same thing. Select my D and click enter. I could just copy this and I'll sandwich everything. Then this is being done in the post in the pre-clip, while I'll put the ODT at the post clip here. So I'll just paste this. I'll paste this here. Then I'll swap. Then I'll select R and pick my Rec 709, and then I click on G and go to Gamma 2.4 because this is a delivery. What is it called? Deliverable. Is it deliverable? I'm confused. Deliverable. Yeah, deliverable for media, YouTube and whatsoever. This is actually not for cinemas. So I think cinema should be 2.2. Is that for cinema? Yes, cinema should be 2.2. Or is it 2.6? Yeah, I think cinema is 2.6. Yeah, so 2.2 is for probably computers and that. So we mostly use 2.4. 2.4 stands for like the standard web, computers, YouTube, and whatsoever. And then 2.6 is for standard cinemas and all that. You can see that 2.6 is more brighter. So let's go back to 2.4 because that's the output we will be using. So what I do next here is to put my normal workflow now inside of the clip node. So how do I do that? I come to I have my tools here, so I could just paste this, apply grid. Now this is it here. This is how my workflow looks like. If anything needs to be added, I do add, but let me arrange everything. I'll clean it up. So maybe sorry guys, maybe I want to add a new node here and a new node here, just to make make my parallel nodes 4. I'll still clean this up, and all I need to do now is I'll just grab still of this and Control A every clip, then I apply the grid. Now if I go through everything is here. Why I do it this way is because it gives me easy way to work with my images. I could like make a correction here and apply it to the other one. So let's just look at this clip for example and say, okay, I want to take it down a little. When it comes to adjusting images, I prefer using my parade most times. Yes, because I could see the green channels are mostly one of the brightest channels that I get to notice. So I use it to make more of my correction, comparing it to the white channel too. So whatever I do, I can compare it here and also with my wave form. So our blacks are already down. So if we take it down more, you can see it's crushing. So maybe I'll just leave it at this point, and then our whites, I want to push the midtone. So I'm using gamma to do that, but our lift is still down. So our blacks dark sides are still okay. Is the If the image is too bright, I could like start bringing down the gain. So when I do a before and after, this is before, this is now, this is before, this is now. So now I could just probably maybe use my curve to just give it a little punch. I could just take the dark side down a little like this. I'll bring down the highlights a little to this point. So let's still do the before and after. Before, after, you can see. So if I want to apply this to all the clips, because the nodes are being numbered the same, have the same names and whatsoever, I could just come here. Let's say I just want to do it to just these clips, because I think they are of the same frame. Yeah, they are of the same frame, the same lighting. So I could just select them, and then I come to color up here and go to ripple node changes to selected clips. Once I click on this, it will affect every other clip here. It will affect them. Okay, I think there is a little error. Let me redo that. So let me select them one by one again. Sorry, I think I would need to increase this brightness a little. Good. So doing this, let me select these clips again, and I'll go to color and I'll click on this. Now when I click on ripple no changes to selected clips, when I come here, you will notice that the correction I just made is affecting all these clips. Now if I want this to affect everything, instead of selecting clips, all I need to do is to select ripple node to current groups. That's what I'll click. Now for example, let's say this is where I basically do most of my power windows. So let's say I need to create a power window that would affect every clip, probably a circle window. I could just open it up to this point like this. Now I don't need to do anything here. I just want to pass it on to every node here. So I could just come here and select ripple node changes to current group, and I do this. When I come here, you can see it is here, it is here. You can see it here in the node node number 10. It is here, it is also here, it's also here. So in every node now, I could decide to now make my adjustments the way I want it to be. You get? So this is how I work. That makes my work very fast and easy. So let's say why I didn't ripple that first change here in this particular node is, in this particular first node, is because they are not, the shots are different, so they might vary. So if I want it to blend, all I need to do is to grab still, and I will just come to this view and I'll select image swipe, then click on my node. Now you can see that it is now sitting here. If I swipe on my screen, I can actually see the difference. So I want them to sit where most times I still use my parade or my wave to do my correction, and also the image to see where it's sitting. So I could start bringing this down to this point, push my gamma a little, because I need to make sure that everything I'm doing is sitting the same and almost alike with what I'm doing. So I think I'll just bring down this a little, and then same thing here in my curves. I could just bring this down a little, take this up and bring down the highlights just a little to this point. So even if I come to my wave, let's check the waveform, you can see they are almost sitting alike, just that I think this one by this side is more darker, so maybe we'll just push it up a little to this level. So now I can come here, click on this and swipe. There's a shortcut to that. Just click on this and swipe. I saw this shortcut. Is it G? Is it G? Is it Command G? No, guys, I've forgotten reading, and I need to practice this a lot to be able to remember this stuff. Anyways, there's a shortcut to that. When I remember the shortcut, I'll let you know. So I can swipe to see what I have. So next here, let's just say I want to make a white balance correction. You can use your Vetroscope or also your parade. It depends on which one works better for you. So let me take this off, and maybe I'll just make a little correction here. So I'll take my gamma towards blue, just to make sure that everything is sitting fine like this. So let me check my parade also, my Vetroscope rather, sorry. So if I take this off, you can see the little change we've made is affecting our image. But just to make sure that everything is still sitting towards the skin, I'll adjust this, and I can pass this on to the whole clips if they are all the same. I can pass this on, and when I click here, you can see it here also. Can you see how fast the work is going? Why I'm using this one is because I'm using this one as my hero frame already, but I can still make the same correction here and pass it on, make the same correction here, pass it on. Or here you can see that the correction is being affected here. Now I can decide to add my saturation to this level, let's say like this, and maybe I'll just bring the gamma saturation down a little, because I use the HSV style of saturation. Oh yes, and guys, don't forget, I do have lots for sale. The link to my lot are in my description, and also I'm offering a discount on color grading to if you have videos you want me to color. This time I'm willing to color 4 videos for $200, so you can hit me up and we do that. So here now I could still make the same changes to all the clips in the group. Once I come here, you notice that the saturation has been passed on here, like it's being passed on. I can decide to add a lot here or whatever. So let's say I'm passing a lot to this clip. Now using lots, sometimes I prefer to use lots individually, but let's say now I'm not going to apply this lot the normal way I apply film lots. I just want to be creative this time, so let's go and pick a particular lot. Now this is something I figured out on my own. let's just pick the film lot, and let me go with this one. Now I want to use my wave to do this so you can understand what I'm trying to say, because the wave is basically more like a mathematical form of our picture. Now using the waveform, you can actually see that this image has been crushed. The dark side is too crushed that it is affecting our image. Now you can notice that this image, this lot, the way it's being made, the cyan, that is the blue and green kind of tone, are being pushed to the dark side, and while our worms are at the bright side. So all I need to do now, I can decide to reduce the intensity of this lot. I can reduce the intensity of this lot if I want to, but sometimes this is what I do. I don't know why this system is beginning to lag. I need to, okay, let me just do that. So I want to take this stuff off and open up the screen. So sometimes what I do is I decide to start opening it up, to open the lots. I bring the dark side up to this level. Now our image is coming back to life. I can now decide to start bringing down the bright side. Can you see? And then I'll open up the gamma also. This is me opening the gamma, bringing down the bright side to this point, and I'll still open the gamma until I have something good that I like. So now I can maybe take the dark side down a little to this point. Now let me open this. So let's see. This is what we have. Let me make it bright still. Now at this point it's looking too bright, so now this is where I get to start reducing the intensity, because already I have the look I am looking for from the lot. Can you see? So if I take this off, this is before, this is now. Our image is looking good. We can't deny it's beginning to give us a look. So all I need to do now is I'll still do the same thing, just pass the color to the whole clip. I could make corrections on individual clips, so let me just select them and check them. Now you can see the same changes I made is here. Our lot is here, our lot is here, our lot is here, our lot is also here. So now I can decide here, I can decide to like maybe just give our image contrast to a certain level. Let's say like this. Now giving this image contrast to this level, I can decide to pass this on. These are different ways you can do this. Here, let's just say here I just want to work on the reds, so I'll just click on this red, maybe just give it a different feel. I'll just take this down a little to just give this red in the hue versus luma. I'll just maybe I want to take it down a little to this point. Can you see? If I come back on to the group, I'll have the same changes. Can you see? It's here in node 7. This is before, this is after. The same changes, sorry. The same changes going down the whole clip, going like that. I could decide to work on skin and keep going, make different corrections. So I'll stop here because this is just basically what I want to show you guys. If you already have a knowledge on color grading or you're trying to learn, you could follow this process and it's going to work very fast and easy for you. And I also take classes, so if you want to learn grading, you can reach out to me. My number is on the screen or on my social media handles, mostly my Instagram. You can reach out to me and class here today. Please don't make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, put on the post notification so that anytime I drop videos you can get notified. And don't forget, I said I'm running a discount this time, 4 videos for $200, so you can reach out to me and let's kick this and make this go down well. Thank you once more for coming back to my YouTube channel. If this class has been helpful, please drop a comment in my comment section, and maybe if you want me to talk about something else, you can also reach out to me. Thank you once more for coming to my YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'll see you all in the next class. Bye.